Hey there, and welcome to the REI Strategies Show. It's currently an unnamed show. It might be the REI Strategies podcast one day, but I'm here with Mr. Tracy McGuire from the Atlanta, Georgia area. He's got 20 years experience in the real estate investing market, and obviously the co-founder and man behind the scenes here, I should say the face of REIstrategies.com. Tracy, welcome on, man. Good to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Awesome. So today we're going to be talking about millennials and the concerns about millennials in the real estate market. And we've heard some things saying that millennials aren't going to be buying houses as much as previous generations, and how that could potentially affect the real estate market. So can you tell us a little bit about your thoughts on that?
Yeah. What I'm experiencing in my marketplace, that millennials have started to buy somewhat, but not as aggressive as previous generations, especially my generation. What I'm seeing in my marketplace is a lot of conveniences that millennials desire. Close to the city, in a city, that millennials are still great tenants for rental properties, especially mixed usage like retail type settings, where they are able to pretty much Uber or walk to work, or even short drive to work or drive at all. Far as food, entertainment, everything, they want to be very convenient. And I'm seeing a lot of those type of projects being built in my market, and millennials are taking advantage of that. That's what they desire, and it's a niche there for that. If you're an investor looking to probably look at some residual cash flows outside of the guaranteed rents, that's one niche that I think will work for you.
Gotcha. So to clarify, you were talking about the guaranteed rents niche for just a brief second there, and that's where you can focus on like Section 8 tenants and basically get them locked in for a minimum of a year, basically, and get guaranteed rents from it. So that's definitely one strategy that you talk about at REIstrategies.com. And if you guys aren't familiar with that, I definitely recommend going to the website, checking out Tracy's free webinar on that. But you're more saying that millennials want to stay in the city, inner city areas, or at least close to the city, as opposed to way further out in the suburbs. So there's opportunities for them, or for real estate investors, I should say, to own a property that's got several units in it, so that way they can rent it out to millennials. So really, like, instead of the opportunity being for the realtors to sell homes in the suburban market to millennials, it sounds like there's a lot of opportunity starting right now and foreseeably over the course of the next 1 to 2 decades, that there's going to be a huge opportunity to buy properties closer to the inner cities, fix them up a little bit, and then rent them out to millennials. Is that what I'm understanding?
That's correct, yeah. I think that trend is going to continue. Like I said, again, I haven't really read any national data, but from my practical experiences right here in my marketplace in the Atlanta area, which is a heavily millennial populated market, yeah, you see a lot of those trends, and a lot of investors are building out those type of mixed usage type projects, and they are doing quite well off of them. They're not sitting around vacant; they're cash flowing them, and keeping the communities pretty vibrant. And so it's definitely a niche, a trend right there, opportunity.
Awesome. So if you're watching this right now and you're thinking like, the millennials aren't going to be purchasing, so that means that there's going to be less opportunity in the real estate market. It seems like there's actually going to be more, because if you've got a property that you've purchased and you've got even a $2,000 or $2,500 mortgage on that property, but the rents equate to $4,500 a month, not only are you cash flowing a couple $1,000s a month, all the millennials are now basically paying for your equity in that property, right? So they're the ones purchasing down the cost of that loan, increasing the equity in the property, and then when you go to sell it, all the equity that was in there that you can cash out on was paid by all of your tenants instead of you. So I think that's an awesome strategy to build long-term wealth and leave a legacy for your family. So that's awesome. So do you have any other final words on this topic, Tracy, before we adjourn for this particular interview?
Yeah, and keep in mind that a lot of these mixed usage type projects does consist of anywhere. I've seen them from 2 to 4, possibly even more, retail type tenants, commercial type tenants, where you pretty much getting solid rents from them. That's their livelihood. So typically they're going to make sure they pay their rents in a timely manner. So most definitely it's a good strategy outside of the guaranteed rents we kind of touched on earlier.
Awesome. So if you're interested in learning more about how to buy and hold properties and rent them out to millennials or really anyone, or if you want to hear more about the guaranteed rents and automatic tenants program that Tracy has as well, all of that you can hear a little bit more about on his exclusive webinar. So go to reistrategies.com or click the link that's somewhere around this video. Take a look. The webinar is completely free, and actually as soon as you register, you actually get access to a free ebook that Tracy's written as well. So go ahead and check that out, and we'll see you on the webinar.